Hey guys, today we're gonna make a healthier version of mac and cheese. So with that, we're gonna do some whole grain pasta, which has fiber in it. So fiber is really good at keeping your cholesterol levels stable, helps keep your bowel movements regular too. And then we're gonna use some whole cheese, which a lot of the box stuff usually has the powdered down cheese with whey in it, which isn't so good for you, for your body to break down, and for you as well too. Sometimes it gets a bad rap, but it does have vitamin A, B12 in it. It has zinc in it, which helps build a strong immune system, as well as it has phosphorus, and that helps your teeth and body strong. And phosphorus also filters waste from your kidneys too, so there are some good benefits with using the whole ingredients that we're going to do today. Okay, so let's get going. Okay guys, so here's all the ingredients you'll need, and I'll do some stills of these as well. So I like to use 3 different cheeses when I do my mac and cheese. I did a sharp cheddar, I always do a sharp cheddar, reduced fat, keep it a little healthier there too. And then I do a Mexican style blend, which usually has a Monterey Jack as well in it, and a little bit of cheddar too. So it gives a little added flavor there. And then I always like to add some Parmesan too. And then we've got our grain noodles there, some milk, butter. I would use some whole wheat flour, but I couldn't find it at the store right now, so I'm just gonna go with regular flour, but you can substitute either one as well. And then a little salt, black pepper, and some paprika for seasoning. And with those seasonings, you kind of just add to taste, so kind of flavor it how you like. I mean, salt isn't always good, but a little here and there, give a little added flavor. Yep. And then for the utensils that you'll need, I usually just use this little 3-quart sauce pot, a wooden spoon, and a whisk, and then you're good to go. Okay. Making the mac and cheese. So first you're gonna melt down the butter. So I usually put it on like medium-high heat. So the butter's gonna start melting down. And then when the butter starts melting, you're gonna add in your flour, and that's gonna create a roux, which gives the cheese sauce a thickness to it, so it's not super thin. So kind of a standard thing used in cooking. So we'll get that melted down like so. There we go. And then too, when you start making the cheese sauce here, I did have the ingredients all measured out. Sometimes you won't use them all. So you might not use all the milk, you might not use all the cheese. You kind of really go by sight when you start making this. But usually that's a place to start with that. You won't end up using more than that. Okay, so we got our butter melted down, and that's equal amounts of flour to fat. You can remember when making this. So we did 2 tablespoons of butter, and that's gonna be 2 tablespoons of the flour as well. So mix that up here. Turn it down a little lower because you don't want that to burn. Butter kind of cooks fast and can burn quick. So stir this till it gets a nice golden brown. And then too, as it starts cooking, you'll almost smell like a nutty scent to it. So so you know too when that happens that it's good to go. Okay, so next what we do from here, I always add a little bit of milk. Just kind of just pour in a bit. So that's good. I did about half a cup. Kind of crank the heat up a little bit and kind of keep stirring that. And then we're gonna add some cheese. So we'll do the sharp cheddar first. And add that in there. And that's really gonna start to thicken it up once it warms up and the cheese starts melting. So you kind of want to wait till you mix it all together. And let's see, put up a little bit higher there. There we go. So you really want to keep stirring when this process is happening, and kind of adjust your temperature here and there as you go too. So you want to get too hot. So right now we kind of got a really good thickness going for our sauce. So next I'm gonna add all of the Mexican cheese blend there. So put that in and we'll add, let's see, another half a cup here. There we go. So let that cook. Going. So right now, kind of looking at this, it's really got a good consistency. And let's see, we'll finish the Parmesan off in there. Mix it together. So it's really pretty easy to make this. Sometimes people get a little nervous making sauce from scratch, but it's really a pretty easy process, which is good. And we'll add a little more milk. So you just, you know, kind of keep going by sight here. And this sauce too, I kind of pour it to the side and add it to the macaroni as I go, because sometimes you make a little too much and you don't want it overly saucy, unless you like it that way. But two, you can always throw it in the oven afterwards if you like to. So with that, you would want a little more sauce. If you kind of liked like the baked mac and cheese, you can add a topping to it. Some people are naughty and add bacon, which is amazing. But you can kind of play with that too. And usually if you were gonna do that, you would cook it at 350 for probably about 20 minutes or so. So right now our cheese sauce is looking pretty good. So I'm gonna add the seasoning. So we got our salt. So we'll add that. We'll add some pepper and then some paprika too, which, so I'll add that right now. Kind of gives it a little extra flavor. And I'm gonna just do a couple dashes of that. There we go. This sauce looks good. It's got a nice consistency to it. And we'll do some of the salt here. There we go. And some of the pepper. There we go. And with that too, you do it to taste. So let me see. Grab a taste of that. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. So we actually have enough sauce right now. So let's see, I'll see how much I actually ended up using. So we ended up using just a cup of milk, and then we did probably about a cup of the cheese, and then we had half a cup of the blend there, and then another half of the Parmesan. So that actually was enough to get what we wanted here. All right, so next we're gonna pour this sauce into the measuring cup and then add the pasta in, okay? Okay, so the sauce there I poured in, so we got about 2 cups of that. So now we're gonna add the cooked pasta. And when you do cook the pasta, just cook it off of what the box says to do it. And let's see, turn this up a little. Okay, and we're just gonna add the sauce and kind of go to where it looks like it's the cheesy consistency you want it. But yes, if you were gonna bake it in the oven, you would definitely add some more sauce to it. So right now, this looks pretty good. Let's see, you're gonna add a little bit more. All right, there we go. Okay, that looks good. And voila, your mac and cheese, guys. Looks good. Let's give it a try. So yeah, with that mac and cheese, you can kind of adjust it how you like with the pasta, what kind of cheese you use. The one I made kind of had a little extra sauce to it, so you can add more pasta to it. The recipe I did 8 ounces of pasta, so you could even double that, and you can have it for leftovers too. But yeah, kind of just make the sauce as you go. Don't add all the ingredients at once. Just add them as you go and mix it kind of as we did in the and it'll come out great. All right, try a bite now. Really good. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.